Cloudcast Media.
Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Welcome to Spotlight on the Community here on Cloudcast Media, a show brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, doing great things for San Diego for over 60 years. I am here today with, my co-host, Erin Tanner. We're filling in for Drew Schlosberg, who has left, but we're in a really, really cool place here today. We are live at the LEAD San Diego Visionary Awards, and this is just an incredible opportunity to be in the community and meeting some of the amazing folks involved with LEAD. Erin, welcome. You and I don't think we've ever done a show before.
We haven't. This is exciting to be on this side of the table.
Now we got to fill in for Drew. In any event, we are here today with a couple of award winners. I believe LEAD San Diego is awarding the Cross-Border Visionary Award to Dr. William Roberts, Division Chief, Pediatric, Hematology, Oncology, and a clinical professor at UCSD Medical School, and Dr. Paula Aristizabal. I apologize for any mispronunciation, but I tried to spell it out phonetically. Pediatric oncologist and the Director of International Outreach with Rady's Children's Hospital. Welcome to Spotlighting the Community, and thank you for all the amazing work you're doing. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Well, tell us a little bit about the cross-border work that you're doing that obviously has been acknowledged now by LEAD San Diego.
Our community is unique in that we live on the border with Mexico, and we've witnessed significant advancements in the treatment of childhood cancer over the past several decades. Steady improvement to where well over 80% of children who are diagnosed as having cancer become long-term survivors. The same is not true as you cross over the border into Baja California. And we had been for quite a while communicating with physicians there to offer knowledge that we have, to offer treatment plans, to coordinate some of the care of children who were either crossing the border or who were staying in Tijuana. But it never quite felt like enough. And so in collaboration with the physicians there, with hospital directors there, with the Secretary of Health there, we began working on a pathway to creating a self-sustaining, high-functioning pediatric oncology unit there at the General Hospital in Tijuana. And just fast forwarding to now, that has been accomplished through quite a bit of hard work on both sides. And it's a place where the children and their families can seek effective care right there close to home.
What do you you mentioned very different outcomes on both sides of the border. What do you attribute these differences to? And then give us a feel for how you're actually working to close those gaps.
Yeah, so actually when we started the program in 2008, we found that they didn't have the infrastructure to treat children with cancer. They didn't have the doctors. There were no pediatric oncologists in the entire state of Baja California. And unfortunately in Mexico, at that time, there was no training for nurses to treat children with cancer. So in a shared vision, we worked together with all the team there. We helped them develop highly trained team so we could help them improve the survival. So actually we found when we started that the survival for cancer was 10%, where here in San Diego is over 80% for all cancers. So for us, we felt it's our social responsibility. We need to contribute to social justice across the border. We're only 20 miles from Hospital General, and it's a world away. So we were so privileged that we found a wonderful team there that was willing to partner with us, and through a lot of different projects, including quality improvement, we were able to improve the survival to over 60% now, which is totally fantastic. So incredible.
That's incredible to go from 10% to 60%. Now, I have to, first of all, take my hat up to you, because obviously I'm a father, like so many of us are parents. and Erin. You're a parent to 2 daughters. This is such a tough area, pediatric oncology, to go from 10% to 60%. And I can imagine the joy and the happiness that those families feel. Give us a feel for how that impacts you on a day-to-day basis when you see these families that literally their lives are changed. Give us a feel for what you feel.
Well, for me, this has been like an amazing journey, So when we started, as I said, there were so striking difference when, I crossed the border there, and then when I came back to Rady Children's Hospital and see these striking disparities. So now that we see that those patients and those children are having this opportunity and having this high level of care, very similar to what we have here in San Diego, this is just extraordinary. So for us, for Dr. Roberts and myself, this is one of the most important parts of our job every day at Rady Children, see that impact that we have had in our border region.
That's truly incredible.
What is the next step for you guys? With so much transformation that's already taken place, what does the next chapter look like?
Yeah, so now we have a lot of survivors that we didn't have in the past. So now we have over 400 survivors. So our next step is to build a survivorship program so we can help all these children that now are surviving, thriving in life. We want them to be part of the community, of the society. So now we're building survivorship program with support from Rady Children's Hospital.
The services you're providing, again, to go for 400 survivors who wouldn't have mathematically, I guess, the vast majority of them would not have still be with their family. So it's incredible. Are you delivering the services in Tijuana, or are you also transporting them to Rady Children's?
So the general treatment, the chemotherapy, can very effectively be delivered there in Tijuana. And that's really terrific for families, because you think that if we tell them, you can come up to San Diego and be treated, we're pulling them away from their home, we're pulling them away from the rest of their family, and that's never a good thing. There are a handful of specific things that we would bring the children up here to Rady Children's Hospital to do. And for a good example of that is surgery to remove a tumor from the brain. It takes a very skilled neurosurgeon who is very experienced in removal of brain tumors. There's no room for error in the brain when doing surgery. So sometimes we will bring over a patient for that. And then after recovering from surgery, they can go back to Tijuana, where the rest of the treatment can be given. There are some times where children need to have a limb salvage surgery, so the tumor in the bone, rather than doing an amputation, you can remove the tumor and then put in whether it's a metal implant or some other variety of creating a new bone, a new leg, for example, for a patient. And again, that requires an infrastructure and a surgeon and a program that can do that type of complicated surgery. So we have brought children up over the border for that type of surgery. But once again, after they recover from surgery, they can go back home and get the rest of their treatment there in Tijuana.
What's the awareness like for families in Tijuana or beyond that know that this is available to them?
Yeah, so through our partnership with Hospital General, which is the largest hospital in northwestern Mexico, so they are aware, and it's the referral center. So actually at that hospital, our partner team, they take care of all the patients with cancer, the majority of the patients of the entire state of Baja California and also surrounding states. So yeah, so it's a very well-known program, and we're very happy to partner with them.
Mm-hmm.
That has come a long way. In the beginning, sometimes even doctors within Hospital General would say to the families, you should go somewhere else where you can get better care, because they didn't know that we were working on this creating of a program. But as Dr. Aristizabal just said, slowly but surely there became awareness within the medical community as well as within the community at large that this is a program they could trust.
We're here at LEAD San Diego, Visionary Awards. You're an award winner tonight for the Cross-Border Visionary Award. So LEAD San Diego is so much about leadership and being a catalyst for leadership in San Diego. What are some of the challenges you've had to lead on? For example, for saving lives costs money. Talk to us about funding for this program and some of the issues, whether it's policy, whether it's finding money to save these lives. Give us a feel for some of the challenges you've had, perhaps out of the world of being a doctor, that you've had to lead on.
Yeah, so actually, one of our first steps was partnering with the community in Tijuana. So we partnered with a very strong grassroots foundation there, Patronato Hospital General de Tijuana, and that was our first step because we knew that we couldn't do it alone. So by partnering with this local foundation and they fundraise for kids with cancer, we knew that through this partnership we would be able to grow the program. So that was very important for us to really partner with the community, Patronato in Tijuana. They raise awareness about the needs of kids with cancer, and they help us with supporting the programming locally in Tijuana. And also we partnered with the Mexican government. So we have very close relationships with the Secretary of Health in Baja California. We meet with them regularly. They come to Rady. We go to them. So that way we're working in this shared vision for the program moving forward because we can do it alone. So that has been part of how we have been able to fund the program.
What's nice to hear, it sounds like there's great relationships you've built, with children at the center of the problem, and you figure out a way to lead and help solve this incredible gap that you were experiencing.
No, this is just an incredible conversation. I'm so enlightened to hear that we have these things going on. I've always found that it's going to sound a little strange, but like if you're going to get sick, it's a great place to be sick in because you guys are such phenomenal doctors. Like what a mecca of just everything here. So thank you to both of you.
Yeah, truly phenomenal. Tell us about, have you been, either of you been involved with LEAD or currently involved with LEAD?
It's been a pleasure to learn about the things that they've been doing. When they first reached out to us about this, we started exploring what it was about, and we're really proud to be included in it. And it's good to know that the community rallies around something like this. And to your point about the role that Rady Children's Hospital has in the community, we're the only children's hospital for the community, and we take that very, very seriously. That we need to be everything for all kids all the time, and all throughout the community, I think that is recognized.
It really is. My daughter went there earlier this year, and I was okay, like emotionally okay, knowing she's going to be fine. She's in the best care. So thank you, truly.
I say the same thing. I'm a beneficiary of the amazing work at Children's Hospital, so it's truly an incredible place. But it's so wonderful that LEAD, and Erin, you're involved with LEAD and going through a program with LEAD. But it's so great because there's I believe 3,700 alums of LEAD programs in San Diego. They're leading a lot of companies, so I'm not surprised that they found the two of you and Rady Children's Hospital for the Cross-Border Visionary Award. So congratulations for all of your amazing work. And I know you want to get to the event now, but it's so nice of you to stop by and allow us to chat with you a little bit. And we take our hat off to you for the phenomenal work. And 400, and I really want everyone that's listening to this episode, 400 children are with their families, on the holidays, all year round, and their birthdays because of the work of your teams at Rady Children's Hospital. And it's just a privilege to be here with Dr. William Roberts, Division Chief, Pediatric, Hematology, Oncology, and a clinical professor at UCSD Medical School, and Dr. Paula Aristizabal, Pediatric Oncologist, and the Director of International Outreach. And just congratulations for the award, and it's a pleasure to be in front of you.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
And
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your
It's a pleasure. And my name is Charles Parisi, and I'm here with
Erin Tanner.
And we are filling in for the one and only Drew Schlosberg, the host of the longest-running community-focused podcast in the country. He's been hosting it for 17 years, proudly now on Cloudcast Media. And this show is brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, doing wonderful things for San Diego for over 60 years. Thank you for listening.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.